I really would like. Come, come. Oshos, come.
Okay, let's start here. Let's welcome once again. This third day of the
Certainly gets away.
Chat.
Perfect. Let's remember to keep mute. Um, Before we start, I've been asked from Cristina Maciara that she wants to say something, so maybe we can do it right now, and also after Peter. So, Cristina, if you want.
Surely, yeah. So, hello, everybody. I'm one of the new members of the IWAS Executive Board, and I am also the chair of the Gender Equity. It is under construction right now. It's a new commission, and I'm very excited about being on board. I just want to say it's wonderful to see women. Yesterday I saw quite a few familiar faces and some new faces. I'm relatively new to the IWAS world. I basically did most of my fencing in the United States, but also have represented Greece in the past, and now I have retired back to my homeland here in Greece. I want to see more and more women, and let's all work to recruit more and get stronger athletes, as well as referees and coaches and everything else. And that's it.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, we had several from the executive committee here. We are very happy that Cristina now joined us, and from my part, that I'm coordinating with IWAS all the development projects. I'm really happy that now we are working also in the equity part. That is very, very important. Okay, another of our executive committee members, Peter, you want also?
Thank you, Alberto. Welcome, everybody. I'm really happy to see a lot of people here. There is some common faces for me and some faces which I do not know. I hope you enjoy this. I'm sure you're enjoying this referee introduction. And I'm absolutely sure that you get a lot of information. I'd just like to do a little bit some comment about upcoming course, because after that referee introduction, we will also host a coach course, which is to be done to tell coaches, upcoming coaches, how I can start, what I need to do, what's about classification, and so on. Just a simple course, which is held 3 days, is in end of February. Alberto will tell you then details. Please don't hesitate to ask him. He's the key person. He's really coordinating all that. And thank you, Alberto. And also thank you for Jon and for Carol to do the exciting job here. Thank you very much. Enjoy and see you somewhere.
Hopefully we will see each other real soon.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Peter. And yes, hopefully if everything works out, next week we'll be sending the information about this next course. As I told before, this is the second that we are doing. Really, I would like to thank a lot Carol and Jonathan, and Carol and Dudu for the first one that we did. We hope that every time we're going to improve and have better and better courses, and in more areas. Refereeing is one important one, but I'm pretty clear by now that everybody wants to have some introduction to classification also. That's a very important subject, especially for coaches and coaching courses, of course. So this one first that we are organizing with Peter and Mirani and Dimitris, that I think I saw him come in here. Well, we'll be giving more information soon. Just one last message before we start. I will put in the chat my email. Well, not my email, is the IWAS email, but the one that I have access. But also I think that with Caro, with Jon, with Peter, with everybody here, with Christina. Everybody's very accessible. You have questions, you have comments. I know in refereeing you can write Jon without any problems. I know that he will try to help. And from my part, especially from the development point of view, we'll be more than happy to work with everybody. If you have any questions, any ideas, any requests that we can get to IWAS, just let us know and we work for that. So thank you again, everybody, for being here. And any questions, please put it in the chat. We are checking.
Ali Reza has his hand up.
Yeah, I was going to ask about Ali Reza. You have your hand. You want to ask something?
Yes, if you let me, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. I have at the first I have to thank all the guys, especially the Madame Carol and Mr. Jonathan, and unfortunately the other guys I don't know their names. But if you let me, I pose a question about the symbol of the written exam. How I can get them?
Do you want a sample of the writing? Of the written
writing
exam will happen after the real seminar. I don't know that do we have a study guide online, Peter, from a while ago? I don't remember if we do or not.
I don't
think we do.
I don't think so, no.
I don't think we do.
So it is the excuse me. It is the first time I participated like the seminar. But Mr. Jonathan, if you remember me, I am the Vesali from Iran. I communicate with you in the email.
Yes.
If I can send the email for you, may I get the simple of the question of write an exam?
I'll see what we can do. Send me an email and we'll have a conversation about this.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Thank you very
I remember
much.
that when I did the test, we had some example questions in website. Peter, it was your website or Bloomy, perhaps? I remember I had like some examples of the questions.
I'm stepping shortly in there because already this is not anymore my business, but okay.
It's not anymore.
Yeah. Look, I did a website where I had a lot of questions there. Unfortunately, the website now is not anymore available. It was a lot of work, and then put it forward these questions all to Jon, and I think I don't know. I think Jon can handle that very well, or probably we can also put on IWAS site something like that to study.
I will look into that. I will look into that. I don't think we have anything up there. We haven't had anything up there for the last 4 years at any rate. I don't believe.
But if I can give a tip for you to practice for the written exam, get the technical rule manual on IWAS.com website and read it and study it, because all the written exam is taken from there. So that you can find at IWAS website, so you can study. And then I don't know if Jon can add something.
The referee commission will look into that. I promise. And I have everybody's email from that you gave to Alberto when you entered, so I will send out a notice as soon as we have something up. Okay. I just want to clarify something from yesterday. Arno chimed in when I said how we get how you have a seminar. It was sort of, I got blindsided, but the reality is if a country wants a seminar, they just have to contact IWAS, Charmaine at IWAS, and then she will contact me and we will make arrangements to set it up. And whatever the responsibilities are of the host nation. What Arno was saying is that every region, the goal is for every single region to have 2 seminars a year. That's the goal. We don't attach the seminars, typically we don't attach the seminars to World Cups. but they might be there's some satellite competitions going on. The US has competitions going on. Some of the other countries have competitions. Those are very good places to have this. But the goal from the IWAS executive is to have 2 in every region. And the way to do it is to contact the IWAS office and say, we want to have referee seminar and testing. And then that gets the ball rolling. That makes sense to everybody? All right, I think we are set to go, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, anything else we want to add to this? Where'd it go? I hate this when this happens. Things I put up disappear. Give me a second, I gotta re-put this up. Why?
If you have any questions also from the first 2 days, don't hesitate to ask. And there's one question from Alan that he's asking if it's a multiple choice questions exam.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Okay. All right, so now we can get to the share. Come on. There we go. And today is Sabre Day. And I guess this is me on the first slide. So our target, once again, we have this up in the upper right-hand corner, is the same target as it is in able-bodied, no difference. Our fencers are sitting straight, no leans forward. You know, there's some physiology we allow for. And here's the key piece, once again, when they come on guard, the points are not crossing. The blades are not crossing. If Mr. Kamalov on the right had dropped his blade down to here, can you see my cursor? I hope.
Yes.
If it's down to here, even if it doesn't physically cross here, it's pointed across that blade, no good. Here it's pointed across the blade with the extension. That's exactly what we're looking for in the highlight. There are some questions. Could Mr. Kamalov, for instance, get it on guard in Quint? From my perspective, the answer is yes, because it's high line and it doesn't, no blades are crossing, but hold off on that idea for a little bit. We will get back to you on Thursday this week. I have a meeting with the other commission chair, and that's one of the things we are discussing. So this is our normal on guard position. Targets are where they are. Other things you might notice, Chan has a towel that he's got wrapped around his armrest, his arm grip. That's perfectly fine. It's not interfering with anything. It's okay. Right. So there's many adaptations we have involved in this. Everybody good? All right. Here comes the distance. So we do the distance. Of course, this is, yeah, here we go. We do the distance, is the same setup. Fencer on the left here has the shorter arm, the longer arm, excuse me. And so fencer on the right extends and comes to the inside of the arm. If it's category C, we move another 10 centimeters, typically the about halfway up the bicep. No difference. So this is the same as foil. And somebody once asked me, this was new to this quad, whether we're changing it. I have heard of no changes. How we doing? Questions? Everybody's bored. It's good. Okay. All right. So now we're on to
the videos, right?
Videos. Yeah. Let me get out of this share.
Okay. And today I'm going to say that because of the internet issues, probably it's going to be harder for you to see the videos because tempo here and the timing is very important. And to see that in a breaking Wi-Fi, it's not that good. So we always have the time that the action happened, and then we have the video in a slow motion. So let me know if it's better for you to see at the real speed, or if it's better to see in slow motion. That will depend on the quality of our internet today. And then we will try to get this experience good for you to check the videos. So this is the first one. John, you can
let it rip.
Yeah, please. So now we don't have displacing the athletes. So it's basically their arms and hands. Okay, it's easier for us to see the actions. It's easier than able body fencing, because able body fencing you have to get worried what they are doing with their feet, with their hands, and now we can focus only at the upper body section. Go on, John.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have the answer for this one. I forgot.
Oh, did everybody notice what Alessia Tagnoli was our referee in this one? Right.
So the first, yeah.
Okay, so if we look at the fencer on the right, he has a little bit of a lean forward, and notice the spacing between his hip here and the front of the chair, and the spacing between his hip and the back of the chair. So he is not in the middle. This is a very good clue if you look at the hip bones. So Alessia says, there we go. That makes sense to everybody? This is a great example. Terrific.
Yeah, we always give, we always talk to the athlete, but with the gestures, because of the language problems, we say like stay in the middle, and they understand it. So can we get back to the first action?
Sure, absolutely. Okay.
So can everybody see what happened there? So last action, yes.
We have questions.
Oh, yeah, good. So last action was an attack no from the right, and a counter attack from the left. It's a classic Sabre counter attack.
Sky hook.
It's beautiful. Best action in Sabre, in my opinion. Everybody does this a lot with me.
Something else happened here. Something else is happening here. This our assistant, our pit crew, is paying attention to the wires. It happens occasionally that the wires go underneath the frame, and referees, if there's no pit crew close by, need to watch that. Assessors need to watch that, because if it goes underneath the frame, then we have to start replacing floor cords. We have to be very careful. Okay, Carol, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go.
Okay, here we go. Next action. Here we got a perfect example. He's actually lifting up the chair.
Yeah.
Do we have this next? Everybody understand this last action?
Okay, I think we can play it again.
Okay. Well, I guess we got to go further back.
It's too much, no? Okay.
Not, yeah. Here comes the.
Yeah, everybody can see it. So he got a card for lifting, but what was the action? What was happening?
We go back to that one.
Yeah.
Further. Here we go.
Yeah, everybody could see the attack. Yeah, it's an attack from the right. It's okay.
Okay. What's the card for?
And you see that in this freeze frame, what the guy from the right, what the guy from the right is asking. So when we do this, I don't know if you can see my hands, but when we do this is so he asked if it's lifting or not. This is our gesture for lifting.
Well, why did he get it? Why did he get a card? She didn't even say Ale.
Yeah.
Anybody? Oh, come on now.
No? Let's see the chat. So he's asking if it's lifting, okay, with his hand. And why is she giving him the card? Yeah, no, somebody is talking about the left guy, but focus on the guy on the right now. What penalty he did?
Is he not in the middle of his chair?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, look, remember, if we look, how much distance is here? How much distance is here? Previously, Alessia said, sit in the middle of the chair. And she probably said, don't do this again, is my guess. So now we could say it's disobedience, or you're just not sitting in the middle of the chair when I say play.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not a vantale. We can see he's not moving.
So usually we say anga and prêt. So anga, it's the time to put yourself on guard. And if when we say prêt, you are not in the middle of the chair, you get a card.
Look at what the referee does before she starts this next action. There we go. Gives the instructions, make sure it happens. How we doing with that one? All right.
Okay.
Silence is golden. Let me see if I can get another one.
We have a lot of other gestures that we use in wheelchair fencing to communicate because we need more information. So usually this is being the middle of the chair. This is lifting. This is not written on the books, but we use it a lot to communicate with the athletes.
All right, now I got it. All right, I'll stop this nonsense. It's just not perfect yet for me. Here we go. Our next video. That's the end. Let's go back to the beginning. Raul, this is you, right?
This is me.
Yes.
Okay, so this one, I think it's going to be pretty hard for you to see in the video, but look, I want you to pay attention at the hands and the extension of the arms of the athletes. Okay. Let's go, Jon.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Yeah. It's really, really close, but you can, so both go to the simultaneous action, and one of those, so let me tell you, let me see if you guys can see if one of those athletes start a little bit earlier than the other one. Okay, so look at the hand, look at the extension of the arm. Okay, can we play one more time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's see what the
Okay,
chat
great.
say.
Yeah.
Attack on the left, attack right touche, attack on the left, attack right, guy on the right.
Okay, so it's attack from the right. Okay, she starts a little bit earlier than the girl from the left, and if you pay attention to the hand, she actually starts moving a little bit her hand before the other girl. But this again, I think it's going to be hard for you to see in. That depends of your internet connection. So,
well, I think watching the bell guard works in this case, and of course, if our referee had called this a simultaneous, neither fencer would have been offended. It's very close.
It's very close.
But the right call is the attack from the right, and you can see it in the slow motion pretty easily.
And the tip here is the hand. The hand actually gives you the movement, the idea of movement before the girl from the right.
Mm-hmm. Do we have questions about this, or there's some chat going on? The other is saying that there's a preparation. There's a little tiny preparation. I agree. Changing line is not so much of a preparation. That's not, we would not consider it too much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me stop sharing and video.
So, right. Somebody said like right is not on movement with body, but the extension of the arm is the important thing. Remember. So and then she does it right. So it's attack.
Yeah.
If she moves, if she leans forward with her body, but doesn't start the movement with her arm, it's not an attack. It's more important her extension of the arm.
Okay. All right. So here we have same bout, same match. I'm surprised. All right. Let's see what we have. Right, this is. I'm going to rerun this a couple of times, but this is one of the things that's really important. Stay in the phrase as long as it exists. This is very quick. It took a second, I think, 2 seconds, according to this, including him saying "allez." Here we go again. Ready? Got some comments coming in. That's the movement of the tip. I lost it. It just disappeared.
It's the movement of the tip counts as the wait. Yeah, a lot of other ones. Does the movement of the tip first hold value?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Definitely.
Yeah. Let's look at it again at full speed, and then we'll take a look at it at slow speed.
And definition is the movement with leg and the body after. This is for able body fencing, not wheelchair fencing. Wheelchair fencing, we count the extension of the arm.
Yeah, actually, the way the rule is written in the rules book for an attack, which is an attack is defined as extending the arm and threatening the target, then it can be followed by the lunge. We have now taken it to mean we're going to follow, we have to use our footwork first. But in wheelchair, we're going to stay with the actual definition. Okay, everybody's just giving Yeah, okay, so let's take a look. Slow motion. There's the attack from the right. Seems to be parried. A short riposte. Here comes a short riposte. He finds the blade. Can we see it? That last action where he takes the blade and hits. Very end, right? Do we see that?
We have like half attack from the right, half attack from left.
I would actually call it a final counter riposte from the right.
Prise de fer from the right side.
Prise de fer from the right. Absolutely.
Is there lifting on the right with that last action?
Let's take a look. I would say no. And since Paul is watching right there and he's a pretty strict guy about that, which means this guy was leaning on his right cheek. You can see that these actions are difficult because, well, first of all, we're watching them on video. I'm lousy on the video on these kind of screens. I know some other people are as well. I need 3 dimensions. And of course, sound would help. Are we okay with this particular action? Have questions? It is hard to see that the blade is found. I agree.
It's hard. It's hard. In video, it's hard.
Yeah, and if we had audio for this, it would be much easier. All right, let's move on to our next one. So, oh, come on, stop that. So it can go away, and we're on D. Put that up there and stop. I'll be with you in a second, I promise. All right, we're getting this. D. All right, this is the World Championships in Egger. And here we go. All right, what's the final phrase here? Anyone? Let me do it again.
Remise of the attack.
Remise of the attack from the right, yeah. The reason we want this in here, notice how much time has gone by in this saber bout. Timing is important. And we know that in saber, able-bodied, we could probably never time, except maybe team events, perhaps. Here we have to. We have had situations several times where they never got to 8 touches when 3 minutes were elapsed. Please don't ask me what do you do in this case, because the FIE's rule is what we follow, and the FIE doesn't care about that because it never, ever, ever, ever happens. This is something we're going to be discussing this week, and we will have some conclusion of that shortly. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So the idea here is we want to see that there's a lot of this. To me, is pretty exciting stuff. Except maybe the touch itself, because it's just a remise of a riposte, not even a riposte. Hack it. Here we go, back and forth. Bomb. There's the parry. There's the riposte. Here comes the counter riposte. Parried again.
And this is very common in saber.
And the Ukrainian fencer is out of luck, mainly because it's the machine timed out.
With the new timing, would this actually be a 2 light, you think?
This is what, 2015? It's hard to say. I would say probably not. But it does seem to take quite a little.
Yeah.
So our final phrase is a counter riposte from the right or a remise from the attack from the right, I believe. Let's watch it one more time. Here it comes. So it's attack from the right, which is parried. No on the riposte, remise arrives. That's our action.
So somebody in the chat made the question of the lifting when we do the card, when it's the point is annulled. So when, for example, I'm attacking and you are at the counter attack and I lift and do the touch, so my touch is annulled. If, for example, I'm at the counter attack and you are at the attack and I do the lifting, so the touch is good and I get a card. So if you have the priority, your touch is annulled and you get the card. And if you don't have the priority, you get touched and also get the cards.
Right.
Is that
So
clear?
Carol, no, because Carol, sorry, it's Lynn from Canada. I have the question in the last video that you did. To me, it looked like the athlete who scored the hit after the exchange lifted and got the hit and was awarded the hit. So like, to me, it's still not clear as to when lifting occurs and a hit is made. Is lifting sort of a idea that the referee who's refereeing the bout has, or
okay,
like
so
how, like,
well, first,
or am I just not understanding lifting at all?
Okay, so
yeah,
first of all, we haven't seen anybody lift yet.
Yes.
In our four videos, we have not seen anyone lift. We saw the
Remember
fencer on
that
the right.
lifting is taking out both of your butt cheeks of the cushion. So the last action that we saw, it seemed like with our view from here, that the guy or the girl, I don't remember anymore, it was lifting, but actually the assessor that was at the with the right angle, he didn't see that. So probably she or he was with at least one butt cheek at the cushion. So this is not lifting. So this is why the touch was awarded. If the assessor considered that she lifted and it was an attack from her, so he would raise his hand. So we do this at wheelchair fencing and let the referee, the main referee, know that this athlete lifted, and as it was his attack would be annulled and he would get the card. Is that clear?
Okay, yeah, that helps. That helps more, and that the assessors play a critical role in those things, right?
Yes,
absolutely,
right.
Absolutely.
Especially Foyo and Sabre, that we are as main referees, we are so focused at the action because we have the priority issue. So it's really hard to see lifting, especially in category with some athletes of category A. John,
Okay,
do you
so
want to
I
add
have one.
something?
I have just a quick question in between that, is that if there are no assessors, and like in standing fencing, if I see someone covering target, I can call for hand judges. Can I, as a coach, can I call for assessors if there are no assessors at the event?
You
Absolutely.
can call for them, and if we can't supply them, the answer is we're out of luck, right? You can just say, please try to see that. If we have extra referees, then it can be done.
Is the same rule for as we use at the FIE for the coverage? Like if you have referees, you can call for assessor. If the event has not, it's nothing that we can do. We just as main referees, we have to try to see the lifting. But
in IWAS
you as an
competitions,
athlete
there's
or as
always
a
enough
coach-
referees.
Yes.
There's always enough. It becomes an issue probably in a local tournament. But IWAS, for instance, there's going to be 24 fencers in each event in Tokyo in August. I'm hoping that we're going to be there. We have 38 referees, and every match will have 2 assessors as well as a referee. And as we go on, as we eliminate fencers, we'll have also a video, 2 assessors and a referee. So there's going to be 4 officials at every piece. And that happens quite often. Patrick asked and Alex asked, who has the right to ask for that? If it's an individual tournament, clearly only the athletes can ask for it. But as we know, the coach will tell the athlete to ask for it, right? And one of the things that I find very different, one of the joys of the 25 years I've had in wheelchair fencing is, and Dimitri is here and he and I are on the same page in this, we're a family. It's really not the fencers against the referees and the coaches against the referees, and vice versa. The referees are not against the coaches for the most part, and I hope we change it completely. The referees are not against the fencers. We're a family making a competition happen. We're friendly with each other. It's very, very different. Very, very different feel. I think that is very important. So if the coach, if the Italian coach says, I want assessors, and the referee says, you don't get to ask, that's probably true. However, Giordano can ask at that point, but we're not going to make an issue out of it. All right, are we okay with this slide?
They asked the referee can ask for assessors. Absolutely, yes. If we feel that someone is lifting and we are not going to be able to see it, we ask for assessors anytime.
And sometimes we know obviously, just like in able body, we know the fencers ahead of time, and we might ask before the bout starts.
I remember once, it was in Korea last year, and I was going to be an assessor. I don't remember which weapon we were on, but the coach. So I think it was foil or Sabre, because I was looking across, and the coach of the other girl asked me to look from the behind, because this athlete usually did the lunge and lift on the lunge. So I was going to be able to see better from behind than across. And so the coach might ask, like, can you be at this position because this athlete do this, and why not?
Right.
It's your decision. In the end, it's the decision of the referee where he's going to be. But as Jon said, we know so much of these athletes, and the coaches know so much, and they know each other so much that they know what's best. But in the end, it's your call where you are going to be to see better lifting or not.
All right, so we have this. I don't know what this one is. We'll find out. So what do you think about that action? Everybody ready? En garde. Prêt. Allez. We're seeing it in slow motion now. Let's bring it back. Do we have a call here?
It's tied. It's
some left, some right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's take a look. Let's look at the slow motion. This is a hard one. Where's the beginning of this? There we go. So that's it. Can't read it. That's in 2 seconds.
They are asking if there were blade contact with the blades.
I don't have the sound on. Let me put the. I can hear the sound. Apparently, you can't. So let me see if I can help you there. So that's a fair question. Here we go. Right. I can't hear it in slow motion. Let me go back to fast motion. The answer is no blade contact. Very difficult action, I think. Can I make this bigger? No, I can't. Okay. So we got.
So we got a lot of attack from the left.
Do we agree?
The chat.
Do we agree with this? If we watch Giordano, looks like he searches for the blade, he misses and makes the remise. And Demchek just goes forward. So we can, yeah, this makes sense. So we have a preparation from the right, maybe an attack, no, but certainly attack from left at the end. Are we good with this? I agree. If there was sound, and for me, if there's 3 dimensions, I'm much better off.
Yeah.
Attack
I
is
think
from the
for
left.
Sabre, it's especially for Sabre, if you have 3 dimensions, is better.
Yeah. All right. So looks like we're coming along pretty well. Let's go to our next video then. I like what I'm hearing. Go away. And where this is F. Boom. Down boy. And share. Looks like Chris Farron is our star here. All right, Carol, this is you, I think, right?
It's me.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Run it again. I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
We only get 1 light on this, but let's get this is the phrase.
Well, what's the phrase? Yeah.
Yeah.
We know it's going to be a touch from the right, but what happens? So we have an attack, no, a parry, right?
Hmm.
Okay, everybody can see that. So we have a counterattack from the right. He got parried. The guy from the left cannot riposte, and we have the remise of the right. Everybody can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Are we okay with that?
Yeah, it's a parry riposte, no, really big, right? So it's not hard to see it, and the blade of the guy from the right was just there.
Something else that's very interesting here. You notice the fencer on the right has a lot of mobility, and the fencer on the left has not so much. This is a team event. The fencer on the right is a category A fencer. The fencer on the left is category B. I mean, let's take a look at the mobility since there's a lot of action going on here. If we watch carefully, you'll see that Dasko moves back and forward pretty well. But what's getting him to move back and forward is his back leg, if you will. His left arm is doing the work. Giordano He's got his back arm doing the work and his abs. So he can move much faster backwards and forward than Dasko. Well, let's look at it one more time. I think it's important. You see how quickly Giordano gets back. And then as a result, Dasko gets caught up in his bell guard. Got lots of chats going on.
Yeah.
He does slide in his seat,
Done.
but that's okay. Sylvie says the fencer on the left is sliding in his sleep. Absolutely, but he's not lifting.
He can use his whole cushion to slide back and forth. He just cannot lift.
Yeah, and Chad and Christina made a comment about Suzanne Vogt over here. See how focused she is to look for the lift. She's looking very carefully. The odds of Dasko lifting are very slim. The odds of Giordano lifting looks pretty good. He didn't, but he too is sliding on that chair. But you can slide, what you can't do is lift. It's important to differentiate. How we doing? Right. In that case, move to our next one, which is G. All right. We got a small. And how far can you slide? You have to stay in your chair. This referee did a lousy job, is my understanding.
Is this one me?
This is still you. Yeah, I don't want to comment on that guy.
Okay.
Are we ready?
So we have a really good referee there, and so the action was clear.
Actually,
So,
just a little aside, this was the gold medal for the team event in Eger that year. And the very first touch, the referee made a terrible call. He really did. And he kept looking at the guy from Hong Kong, say, please ask for the video. And then he looked at the guy in the video, say, call me back. And they never did. It was terrible. It was an awful call.
So
here we go.
As it was a team event, if you remember from yesterday, this is why we allowed both offenders to be looking the score machine and not us. If it were an individual event, we would have to turn 180 degrees the platform, so they were both facing the referee.
That's sometimes we do that. We don't always do that though. Yeah, it's preferable. I agree with you. It's not so much in Sabre. It's very preferable in foil.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Let's see the action.
Actually, one thing. Let's not watch the action on this one. Something interesting is going on with Chung's chair. Let's just watch his chair for a second, and we'll go back and watch the action. So he's loose. See how his chair is wobbling. If he's not feeling it, we don't worry about it too much. Typically, I know some of the wheelchair fencers that are doing this would go crazy. Sylvie's shaking her head up and down, yep. And would want to tighten these bars on the wheels to make sure it's a little tighter. All right, let's watch the action.
So this is a really common preparation in Sabre. So they keep trying to find each other's blade. You know, just don't go for the attack. So they try to beat the blade all the time, and So do we have ideas of who was the priority? Yeah. So the guy from the left, he searched, the last search that he does for the blade, he misses. So the guy from the left misses the search, and then the guy from the right do the attack. So he search from the guy from the left, and then attack from the guy from the right. Is that okay? Everybody can see it?
Watch it slow.
So all of this is preparation. Remember, beat is preparation.
An attempted beat is certainly preparation.
Yeah.
No, the referee got the right hand up. All right. Questions about this one?
Okay, everybody can see it. So the guy from the left misses the search and then attack from right. Is that okay?
I hope so. We are on H. H, there it is.
No, okay. Somebody said no, okay. When the guy from the left is searching, and again, I don't know if your internet allows you to see, but the last time that he start trying to hit the blade, he misses. So the guy from the left misses. If you miss, you're beat, and the other guy does the attack. So it's preparation from your side and attack for the other side.
This looks like a different bout.
Okay.
Kamalov. Okay. Let's see what we have for this one. Okay. What do you think about that one? All right, let's run it again. Couple of things to look at. This is, somebody asked a question yesterday about what if you're an amputee at the hip. If we look at Chan, he is very high. Very high. So he may like Mario Rodriguez at the US be penalized a lot if he went back, because he doesn't really have a cheek on that side. And we have to be careful about that. We have two very experienced, I don't know where the other one's over here somewhere, very experienced assessors, very serious ones as well, which is really good. I suspect that Suzanne is over here too. Right,
John, before you start this one, can I add something?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I see there's still doubts about the last one that we did. So beat is priority, yes, if you do something immediately after the beat. So beat is preparation. Okay.
And if you miss the beat, you've given the tempo away.
In the last case, he misses the beat. So he doesn't even beat. So he misses and the other guy comes. But if you do the beat and lose a tempo and the other guy does the attack and then you go to your attack, still his attack, because you did the beat but did nothing with your priority. So you lost that tempo. So beat gives you priority, yes, but that will depend of that will depend of your action next. It's not just beat and you have priority for eternity. Okay. No, it's just I know it's a hard concept, but if you do the beat and doesn't start immediately to do something with your priority, you lose it. Okay, so in the case that we just saw, he actually, at the last movement, he misses the beat. And if I miss the beat and the other guy attack, there's not even a beat, so it's attack because I missed a movement. But if I do the beat and wait for the other guy reaction and he starts his attack and then I go and do my attack, even though I got the blade, is his attack because I lost the tempo, I lost the priority because I didn't do anything immediately after I beat the other guy's blade. Is that okay?
Yeah. So let's go back to this one. Something just as a note. This is me refereeing. I refereed the previous bout with Kamalov. What you might note is when I say en garde prêt, the timing between prêt and aller, I vary. To me, that in able body, that's the best thing to do and to keep the fencers from jumping the gun. Here, because we get penalized immediately for avant aller, you don't want the fencers to get your rhythm. So, en garde prêt, aller. En garde prêt, aller. That's enough of a difference. And there's some people who've gotten serious number of cards from me as a result of that. You have to listen, and it makes a difference. It makes it much fairer for the fencers. So let's take a look.
It is also very important for the referee to give a little bit time so you can control the rhythm.
Mm-hmm. Do we have a call on this one? Couple people have their call, yeah.
They're saying right, touch to the right.
Okay, let's watch it again in full speed and it'll go slow.
Attack left.
Back left, yes. He actually, you can't hear it, but he actually finds the blade twice. So Kamalov makes a parry riposte. Probably parry and then a caprice d'affaire, attaque au fer.
I couldn't tell if he parried or not, but it looked like he missed the initial touch.
Yeah.
Somehow, and then it was attack no left, and then parry attack right.
He actually finds the blade twice, as it turns out. You can't hear it, unfortunately. So he finds it there, and he finds it once, and he finds it once, he finds it a second time, and he goes. It's hard to see. He finds it in a slow motion. It doesn't look like it, but in fact, he finds it two times. You guys can't hear it, and of course, our hearing is important. All right. And if we add the sound to this, someday they'll figure it out. It's not difficult, but I don't know why they haven't done it. When they add the sound to this, it'll makes much more sense.
You know you can share your sound, right?
I have not been able to do it in Zoom.
Bottom left, there when you say share screen, there's a little thing that says share the computer sound.
Oh, let's see. Let me get to that. You get an A+ in Chad.
I'm a high school teacher in the middle of COVID. Trust me, I can share my sound.
All right, I guess I gotta get it out of the share first, don't I?
No, you can actually do it from your sound button if you've already in a share.
There it is. Okay, so where do I go? I go to share. And
yeah, and at the bottom left corner, you should see a square that says share computer sound.
Just clicked it. Let's see what happens. Excellent. You definitely get an A. Here, get this out of the way. Okay, here we go. Did you hear the two sounds? That's great. Slow motion, we don't have sound, so but it's right. There it is. He actually does it. He actually finds the blade twice. One, two, yeah. So it's a remise from the left and a repose from the right. Yeah, right. Para repose kamala. Correct. There it is. Okay. Chad, you're a hero in my book, man. That's perfect. Questions on these? These are actions that happen frequently. That's what we're doing. Let's bring us to our next one, which is I. Okay. Not yet, Suzanne. All right. Oh, I didn't share it, did I? Nice.
No.
I want to watch it. You guys don't get to. I'm sorry. All right. Sound good.
You can
Excellent.
guess. Flip a coin and say it's right or left.
All right. Here we go.
Okay, let's see this one. Oh, they are asking for the sound, John.
It's in slow motion. You won't hear it. I already did the sound for the full motion. I think I clicked the button.
Yeah, I could hear Suzanne speaking.
Okay.
Okay. So who initiates the action? So the guy from the left initiates the action, right? Does everybody agree? John, if we can get to the first part of the action to see the.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Okay, so when at the last one, the guy from the left, he does an attack. Okay, but he misses it. And then right touch. Can you see his blade passing in front of the guy from the right and not touching? And then the guy from the right lean forward and then do the attack. So it's attack now from the left, attack from right. Can we repeat the action?
Yep,
John?
let's do it.
I think slow motion.
I think we're gonna have disagreements here. Right? It's my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a no from Demchek.
Yeah.
And then what happens after that really is the key. So if we look, it's hard to see. We won't hear it in slow motion, but Demchek misses. And then there's something, the attack then comes from the right, and Demchek does a second, takes the blade and hits. Can we see that?
Okay.
Let's do it in fast motion. I actually think in fast motion it's easier because you can hear it. Here it comes, ba-bam. Yeah, so we can call it attack para repose from the right. You can take attack au fer from the left, either way. Questions, comments? No, Igor. Why do you think this is priest affair? Who's making the action on the blade? Here comes. So our Russian comes forward and Demchek takes the blade and hits.
Yeah, we have like 50-50.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we had the rest of this, Suzanne is going to give the touch to Demchek. Demchek does a second, takes the blade and hits on the invitation from, I can't read his name. It's a Valin. Sorry, my Russian is terrible. At least for me on video. Yeah. Let's watch it. Let's watch it again in full motion. Watch what happens at Demchek misses, and then he starts forward on his slow riposte. He presents the blade. Demchek takes the blade, attack au fer, if you will, or para riposte, because you can consider this an attack forward. I think our Russian guy tries to take that blade in a prise de fer, but he fails. Because if we listen, there's no sound, there's no context sound when he does that counter tierce. There's no sound of blade on blade when he does the counter tierce.
It seems like it's the same thing as I think one of the videos from before. The Russian is trying to sell the beat late, but the beat is actually coming from the Ukrainian.
Absolutely. All right, good.
Yeah.
I hope we're getting this. Now, let me get rid of that guy. Yeah. And Carol, you're on J.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have ideas?
Yeah, you didn't.
I didn't share it, but it was a really good action. It was a really good action. I don't understand the problem. Sorry, my fault. There we go. Let me just make sure that the sound is still on. Good. Excellent.
Oh, this is the same one, John. I think not.
No,
it's the one that we watched, no?
No, this is Chung against Giordano. This is different.
Yeah.
All right, you've seen the slow motion too. I didn't want to really show it to you, but what do we think? Carol, this is you, by the way.
Oh, it's me. It's me. Okay. How are we doing? So, who starts the attack? The guy from the left, right? Oh, it's the guy from the left, isn't it? It's easy to say this.
Let's take a look one more time.
So, the guy from the left does the attack. Okay, can you hear the parry? So the last action, the guy from the left does the attack, and then you have the blade contact. Okay, everybody can see it. So the right can do the parry and do the touch. Is that okay?
Oops, here we go. Oops, what happened here? This thing went crazy.
Yeah.
Push the wrong button. Here we go.
Right. Yeah, parry parry pass from right. Yeah.
Watch it slow motion. So it's
they
not a
have lot
parry
of
riposte. It is
movement.
not a
This
parry
guy-
riposte from the right. And it is an attack no from the left. Beat attack no. Watch. And listen. Watch this in slow motion for a second. We know there's only one sound. Chung makes a beat very nicely. He beats and then he misses the arm and comes back up while Giordano's going forward. There's the miss and then he comes back up. We see that? Watch it fast. So his beat attack is no. Then the counter attack and then the remise. He misses and then he comes back. On his way back, he catches the arm. I lost it. You have chats there, Carol?
Yep. Let me check. Yeah, right. Everybody's saying that's touched from to the right guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Not stumping you guys. I like it. All right. So one more for you, Carol. Next one. Okay. All right. Go away. Share. Sound is on. Good. And Bamalam. I'm blocked off here. Okay. It's not a good spot. I can.
Oh, this is a good action.
All right, here we go. Let's get to the beginning of this. Is this Breus? I think it is, right?
Caminhando para fechar o combate.
So you see that both go lean back, and then look what happens. So who starts the attack after leaning back? So both lean back, and then who starts?
Caminhando para fechar o combate.
And I want you guys to look to the hand of the girls.
Okay.
Caminhando para fechar o combate.
So for sure, the girl from the right does the wider movement, right? But this doesn't mean that she starts.
Caminhando para fechar o combate.
Look the initiation of the movement, not who is making the wider movement.
Caminhando para fechar o combate.
It's a tough call.
Yeah.
And in older school, we would say attack from the right is a no, for sure. And then the one on the left got her hair done, nails polished, went to the got her toenails polished, and then, right? In this case, the question is, did the one on the right fall short, recover, and start before the one on the left? That's really the question that needs to be asked.
So yeah, the point is who starts the action, because they lean back, and who starts the aggressive action, or who starts the attack action. I think that's the point.
live, if we just look at it live, full speed.
Caminhando para fechar o combate.
Full speed, attack no from right, and attack from left. At full speed, probably. In slow motion, clearly attack no. Well, this is the end of the action.
Yeah.
Let's get to the beginning. Here we go. There's a no. This one has already started forward before the other one has begun. It's still finishing the other.
Caminhando para fechar o combate.
So in slow motion, we give the reprised attack to the right.
Because remember, the important part here is who starts the last action before.
Yeah. So, and this is what we have to pay strict attention to this. Either call would work out okay. If we had video, that solves the problem, obviously. Live, I certainly would have given the touch to the left, I think, based on this. What do we have? Point left, definitely from Sylvie. Attack from right. We got, and in slow motion, I would give the attack to the right. And live, I would probably give the attack, the touch to the left. Attack, no, attack. I think that's what I would give. I'm terrible on screen, so you have to take that into account. All right. We good with this? This is a complicated one. And it's, again, it's time versus tempo, which is always the case. All right. A couple more to go and we're all set. We're doing pretty well. L. Up. Share, sound is on, good. And here we go. All right. And oh, I stop it. What do we have?
Can I
Yes.
add something, John, before we start that? So somebody were saying here something about attack composé. The girl from the right goes for composed, so she gets advantage. Guys, remember, if I start an action, a simple action, and you start an attack composé, what will determine who gets the priority is who started the last action before. So if I have one tempo and you have two tempos, you have to see the last tempo of the guy who has more than one tempo. And if this last movement starts before or after my simple attack. Is that okay? I don't know if, do you have in English, a better way to explain this, John?
Oh, what your explanation is fair.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. So what's the call here?
Could you play that again?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay. We have some people that are really have. At the speed they're going, how can you possibly see this? That's really the good question. But listen carefully, watch. Who made the first attack? Left. What did he do with his attack? No, let's watch it again.
This is first.
I thought she hit the guard of the fencer on the right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's watch it in slow motion. Here it comes. The attack went directly on the bell guard. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Yes? Are we seeing that? The attack from the left is directly on the bell guard. And then the remise from that scores. I'm not happy with this referee. It's 8-4 and he still doesn't know what time it is. Are we okay? Questions, comments? Is there a riposte from the right? Yep. Good. All right. So, and our penultimate slide, our penultimate video anyway, our ultimate video, penultimate slide. Okay. Yeah. Go away. Oh, sorry, Alessia. Bam, sound is on. Oh, I love that. And here we go. You ready? This is interesting. Let's go first. What do we think? That's some thoughts. There's lots of thoughts going on here, I hope.
Yeah, there's like attack from right, there's simultané, attack from left, lots of simultaneous.
Okay. First of all, something happens. Listen to when she says pray and watch the fencers before she says allez. Perhaps
attack left.
I agree.
Because right fencer is looking for a counter attack.
Absolutely. It's possible that this fencer on the left, Mr. Sertan, may have been moving avant-allée. Perhaps he does quite often. He loosens his hand up when you say en garde, and he'll loosen his hand up when you say play. He'll tighten it so there'll be a little wiggle afterwards. It's close. All right, let's see if we have this in slow motion or not. So do we see the preparation from the right? Search for the blade. Finds nothing. There's the search, nothing. And that hand starts out. This is a preparation attack from the left. Good. Are we okay? No comment means you're okay. All right, good. All right.
Did the referee give simultaneous?
No, I don't think so.
I don't remember.
She started to say, I think she started to say preparation from the right, and then it got cut off.
She gave simultaneous in that.
Did she?
Yeah, because that's what I heard.
Huh. Well, she was wrong. And I guess that happened. And of course, if you don't see the difference, and that's certainly fair. If you don't see the difference in time, you call simultaneous. There's not a problem with that. I don't think. I don't have a problem with it. If someone has a tremor, how do we start? Lisa, if it's a tremor that seems to be associated with the ailment, like the fencer on the left in that particular case will get spasms in his foot, in his leg, and quite frequently. In that case, if it's a spasm in his leg, we wait. We wait. If he's got a tremor in his hand, don't say pray. say, you need to be still. And if he's having a problem, they can work it out. But once you say play, unless it's a spasm, any motion is enough to give the card.
Thank you. I just,
Yeah,
I have
absolutely.
I have an able-bodied fencer that has one, and the referee's like, stop, and he's like, I can't. So, it is something that I've had to deal with before. So thank you.
There's a fencer from Saskatoon who has grip problems. And when he holds his épée, his point starts to drift downward. He has to find the responsibility to somehow keep it up there, unless the classifiers say no. And at the moment, the classifiers say you have to keep it up. So the classifiers will make some of those decisions for the referees.
Thank you very much for the seminar referees. It's very interesting. And thank you very much, all participants.
John, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
When people are, I've been fortunate enough to do this at the October NAC a couple times. Sometimes their arms get tired from the correct position.
Yep.
From being in the the perpendicular in their arms, and they're holding their arm up for a long time. So sometimes they get tired. I would get tired. So do you just let them shake out and then go back to the right spot? Or
yes, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm going to be nice to the athletes. I'm certainly never mean to any athletes.
No, we try our best to be mean to them.
But is
only certain ones?
So sometimes they are adjusting, and then like the other guy is moving, so they have to hold it, and the pit crew is not aligned, so they just relax and then come back in.
So that's a normal challenge, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure
that's okay.
That I wasn't doing something wrong. Thank you. Phew.
No, we are not that mean.
Yeah, we apply the rules, and remember what I said at the very beginning of this today. This is really a family. It's amazing. It's not cutthroat. We help each other out as referees. We help the athletes. We work with the coaches. There's not that antagonism between the coaches and the fencers, and the fencers and the coaches. Yeah, there's going to be some complaints. That's normal. But there's no antagonism. It's a wonderful feeling. So I want to thank everybody for participating. I think it's really important to get this exposure. If you haven't seen it before, get our perspective on what's going on. I apologize that the videos were not in 3 dimensions. I'm sure there's some software people out there that can make that happen for us. Because I have a very difficult time in 2 dimensions. That's my personal issue. But we are looking for lots of referees. On this slide, this Instagram, I believe, is Alberto's. There's Carol's email.
Mine.
It's yours.
Yeah, the Instagram is actually one that we did, me and a couple of friends here in Brazil, and we have posts about fencing in general, and it's in Portuguese, Spanish, and English. So the posts are in 3 languages. The videos are only in Portuguese, but we are working to put subtitles in English, just explaining rules, telling about stories, and this kind of stuff. No curiosities, everything.
And there's Carol's email, my email. This is Alberto's email.
Yep.
And he will be sending you stuff, I suspect. And Carol's phone number, I'm not giving mine out, sorry. But anyway, feel free to contact us with questions. If your country wishes to have what was that, Carol? I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying, like, if you need the presentation with the slides and stuff, we can send to you. Either one of us has all the presentations, all the videos. So if you want.
And this has been recorded, so Alberto or somebody in the IWAS office will be placing this online somewhere, like in YouTube, I suspect.
Yeah.
So if there's any countries that any of you there or leaders in your countries that want to have seminars, the real deal. If you address that to the wheelchair fencing at IWAS.com, Alberto gets it, and so does everybody on the executive. And I think Charmaine gets it. And if you copy me, then we can get things rolling. All right. Well, I want to thank you all. It was terrific. I'm exhausted. I don't know about you, but okay.
Well, yeah. Thank you very much, John, Carol, for all the effort. As I told everybody, this is our second seminar that we are doing on behalf of IWAS, and we want to do much more. So I'm very happy to have everybody here participating. And yeah, be in touch. Please visit IWAS website, follow IWAS Facebook. Peter already made the invitation for the next seminar that will be by the end of the month. So I hope that next week you will receive the information through social media and the website. And we expect to be doing a lot more of activities like this one. Also, as I said, you can write to any of us. Well, if it's definitely about refereeing, talk with John, with Carol, but any other thing that maybe you want to do a seminar or you want to get some information, also help on how to start. A lot of times from able-bodied fencing, coaches, referees are a little bit afraid to start with wheelchair fencing, and really that's not a big problem. Don't think that it's impossible. There is always a solution for everything, even equipment. That's one of the subjects that Peter wants to touch, and Dimitris in the next seminar. So maybe you can join us. You will learn also a lot of information there. And again, any questions and ideas, just write us. I saw, well, for the presentation, you can write to any of us three. We can send it to you if you wish it. For the videos, I think I will try to do like a Dropbox or something. Maybe we can share it that way. And as John said, this is being recorded all the 3 days. And we're going to post it on the IWAS website and really on YouTube. IWAS website, a link to YouTube, so you can review every time that you want. Besides that, thank you very much, everybody, for being here with us. And thanks again, John and Carol.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you so
Paula
much.
and Mr. John.
Thank you.
And it was a great seminar. I have to thank everybody, and I hope you have a good night and a good week in future. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hello,
Thanks a
John.
lot. That was awesome.
Hello, Carol.
Hi, Dimitri. How are you?
Fine. I did the
Good that you were here.
today. I did the counterattack today, and I entered the system. That's to see you.
It's great to see you too.
And I'm very
Nice to
happy
see
to
you.
see you. And I wish you all a better year. And take care, all of you. And as John tell, we are all family, and we are trying to serve as good as we can the athletes first. The athletes are first, and all the others are served. All the others, the referees and the coaches. We are trying to do our best to make our sport the best. Okay, thank you very much.
Some of you should know that if you can get to Dimitri's Facebook page, he does lessons on Saturday mornings, right? Or Sunday mornings, I think.
Saturday.
Saturdays. Yeah, I can't get up early enough. But,
We have difference of time.
yeah,
Goodbye. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Dimitri.
The next in our coach course. So Dimitri is gonna be our moderator, our coach.
Excellent.
Oh, excellent.
See you then.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Peter. All right, it's good.